Well, look what decided to show up today. In this video, I'm going to show you guys all the goodies that I picked up in the Sephora Holiday Savings event this time around. I'm really happy with everything that I got. I stayed within budget. And actually, I'm wearing a bunch of the products on my face today, so I'm going to show you guys some applications, some swatches, comparisons, give you my initial thoughts. We're just going to hang out, have a good time. I'm going to show you everything that I picked up in the sale. So let's get into it. Okay, let's kick things off with skincare. I only got one skincare product in the sale this year, and it is this one from a brand called Matter of Fact. Have you guys tried this brand before? They are new to me, and I think they're relatively new to Sephora. Correct me if I'm wrong. This product is one that I got as a jumbo sample at my local Sephora. I was, buying things to review for you guys, and the lady at the cash register gave me a jumbo sample of this, and she was like, try out this brand. They have really good stuff, and I like the product so much that I bought the full size. So this is the Matter of Fact Barrier Plus Antioxidant Treatment, 20% liquid crystal lipids with bakuchiol and turmeric root. Essentially, it is an oil, but what I really like about this particular oil is that it's a little bit thicker and more occlusive than some of the other ones that I have in my skincare collection. It just really locks in all the moisture. It's very cocooning. It's very soothing. It hasn't irritated my skin. At least, I've been using it for like 2.5, 3 weeks at this point, and I really like it, so I wanted to give it a go and get the full size. I have very dry skin, as you guys know, and we're going into the winter months, so I really wanted to try something new to see if I could just keep my makeup, nice and hydrated throughout the day. I have been using this at night at the end of my skincare routine just to kind of seal everything in, but I've also been using this sometimes as kind of like a primer before I go in with my makeup. I'll just take, like a drop of this, and I'll dab it in the parts where my skin normally gets dry, usually around my mouth and on like the tip of my nose. And I find that it really helps just keep those areas nice and hydrated so they don't get like gross and crusty and dry by, basically the early afternoon. Let me just read you guys a couple of the ingredients on here. So we have liquid crystal lipids. That's going to be good for restoring, fortifying, and helping the skin to retain moisture. We have bakuchiol, which is a potent antioxidant. I think it's an alternative to like the traditional retinol, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have the turmeric root, which is rich in antioxidants as well and helps visibly improve skin tone evenness. I've also tried one of the moisturizers. I got a sample of that as well, and that was also really good, but I already have like 3 moisturizers that I need to get through. So this was the standout product to me. This felt more unique than the other things that I already have. So I'm really excited to give this one a go. You guys know I love my creme de la mer, but it's just so expensive. So I was trying to see if maybe I could find something that was a little bit more affordable that essentially does the same thing, which is like keep my skin really hydrated. And this one I believe is $68 if I'm not mistaken. So that plus the 20% off and the fact that this is going to last me a long time, I felt like it was a good value. This next one might seem a little bit random, but I did get a little mini bottle of the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Believe it or not, guys, I haven't tried this foundation in years. I used to have it, before I was on YouTube, and eventually I decluttered it because I just couldn't find a shade that worked for me. And because I haven't used it in so long, I kind of forget what the formula was like. I know it's supposedly very similar to the Pat McGrath foundation, which is one of my all-time faves. So I figured I would pick up a mini bottle just to kind of test it out again. I've kind of been in this groove lately where I'm going back to old makeup classics, luxury makeup classics, to see if they still, stand the test of time, because so many new products have come out. In the last Sephora sale, I picked up the NARS Creamy Concealer because I was like, you know what? I used to love this stuff. Is it still good? And it's still good. It's still good, guys. But this is another one that I really wanted to try out lately, and now they have the mini sizes, which is perfect for me. And I have some trips coming up. I'm going to be traveling for the holidays, so this will be a good one to bring with me. This is what I have on my face today, and I have what I'm pretty sure is the lightest shade. This one is number 1.5. It's actually, I don't know, you guys let me know what you think. I think it's a good match for me, and so far, at least, with this one application, I actually really like the way that it looks. It's very glowy. It did a great job like covering all of my hyperpigmentation, but I think that once the bronzer and the blush goes on, it doesn't look like a mask, which is good. But you guys will have to let me know. I'll test it out and I'll let you know what I think. Oh, and if there's any other products like OG classic luxury beauty that you want me to try out to see if my opinion has changed or to see if they're still good, give me some ideas. Comment down below and let me know what you want me to test out. And by the way, if you happen to be enjoying this video, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. And if you're new here, consider subscribing to my channel where I upload new videos every single week showing you how you can add a little bit of luxury to your everyday life. I cover a lot of luxury beauty here in this channel, helping you figure out what is worth your money and what is just hype. So hit that subscribe button to join our fam. We would love to have you. And as a reminder, friends, I will link all these products in the description box down below. I do use affiliate links if you want to support my channel this holiday season. Everything and all the shades that I mentioned today, it's all going to be in the description box. And unsurprisingly, I also picked up another tube of the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Concealer. This is one of my favorite concealers ever, and I just finished up 2 full tubes of this baby. I have been using it nonstop, so I was like, okay, I use it up so I can buy another one. You guys know I do not buy backups. I really try not to do that. I finish it up and then I will purchase a replacement. This is in the shade 4. This is the one that I think works the best for me if I want something that is like a true match for my skin that I can use under the eyes, but also, you know, on other parts of my face to cover up any blemishes or hyperpigmentation. So I also picked up one of these. It's a fantastic concealer. And I've already talked about it so many times, but it's very glowy. It's very light reflecting. It's very moisturizing. It's what I have on my under eyes today, and I mean, look guys, look how good that just conceals all of my dark circles. And let me tell you, I got dark circles. They are hereditary. They aren't going anywhere, so this baby helps me cover them up. Another refill that I was excited to get is this little mini Hourglass Ambient Lighting Setting Powder. I really like the pressed version. I don't use a lot of powder. I don't put too much on my face because my skin is so dry and it doesn't react very well to powder. So I really like how light and blurring these ones from Hourglass are, and I actually just completely finished one of these, the mini one, like a day ago. It has just a little bit in there. I'm like really trying to scrape it out. So I was like, yes, perfect timing. I need to buy another mini. This sits right on my vanity because this is what I use to blend out my eyeshadow, blend out maybe like a pigmented blush, to precisely set my makeup in certain places. And the shade that works the best for me, I've found, is this one, which is called Dim Light. I feel like this one is the closest to my actual skin tone. It's more of like a beige. They do have some that are a little bit lighter that are really great for brightening. So if you specifically want to go, you know, right here in like the tear duct region to kind of brighten up that area, you can do that. But this one it's the one that's like the most multi-purpose for me, and it's the one that just kind of sits on my vanity whenever I need to do a little bit of setting or blending. And now for some fun stuff, okay? We already talked about like the refills and the more practical stuff that I got in this sale. Now I want to show you guys what I treated myself to. These are the products that have been on my wish list for several months or more. These are the things that I didn't buy to review, you know, for you guys here on my channel. These are just the things that I've really been wanting, and I've just kind of been waiting to see if I want to pick them up. The first little goodie that I picked up is this adorable holiday set from Glossier. This is the Balm.com Holiday Duo. You guys know I love the Balm.com, and I'm on my way to finishing. I'm getting close to finishing the Swiss Miss Hot Cocoa scent, flavor, whatever you want to call it. I put that on my lips right before I go to bed every single night. And it's just like a nice little chocolatey treat, or like, you know, in between filming makeup applications for my channel, I like to keep my lips moisturized, and this is the salve that I like to use. Well, for this holiday, they have these 2 delicious flavors. The first one is espresso, and the second one is biscotti, and they both smell so good. Espresso is gonna have a little bit of a brown tint, although I don't feel like any of these really show up that well on most people's lips. For the most part, it's like a very light tint, so just kind of keep that in mind. I really just buy it for the flavor. You know, do I like that scent experience? So the espresso one, as you would imagine, it does have a very strong coffee scent, but it's almost like coffee gourmand. It's like coffee plus browned butter. Like, it smells so good. It smells yummy. Like, I want to take a bite out of it like it's a coffee cake. Does that make sense? It smells really good. It doesn't smell like the iced coffee flavor of the Summer Fridays one. That smells more milky, like coffee ice cream. This one smells buttery. It's so good. I can't wait to use these. And then the second one, biscotti, this is a very light tint. It's like really not going to show up as a color on your lips at all. At least it doesn't on my lips. And this one smells like your classic almond biscotti. Like it has that buttery note to it, but it also has that almond oil, almond meal, amaretti, marzipan, whatever you want to call it. It's got that distinct note to it. So it really does smell like an almond biscuit. Does that make sense? Hopefully I'm doing a good enough job describing these scents. I think that they're really, really good. I like them. So yeah, I'm excited about this one. I also treated myself to 2 Westman Atelier Baby Cheeks blush sticks. I've really been enjoying these. I've gotten back into them because I picked up the mini sets, the holiday sets to review for you guys. And I've been using all those little minis and really, really enjoying the formula. And believe it or not, I only have one of these in the full size. So I decided to pick up these 2 shades that I've been wanting for over a year now. And they are so, so gorgeous. The first one that I got is called Garçon. I think this is one of the newer ones to the range. And I would describe this as an earthy mauve. It's definitely got that mauvey purpley tone, but there's also a lot of brown in there. So it gives it a little bit more neutrality. It's a really beautiful autumnal neutral way to wear a mauve. I absolutely love it. And then the other one that I got is called Bichette. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that okay. I would describe this as, I guess, like a muted garnet, a muted ruby. It definitely has a little bit more of like a red undertone, and it's a little bit more vibrant than Garçon. Like it's a totally different tone. On the cheeks, it's a little more vibrant. I have both of them on my cheeks right now, so I'll kind of show you a side-by-side comparison here in the natural light. It is a little bit more vibrant, but because it's Westman Atelier, I mean, everything that they create is so just chic and elegant and wearable. And I just use my little BK Beauty brush to sheer it out, and I feel like it looks really beautiful and natural. Oh, and by the way, speaking of BK Beauty, this doesn't have to do with the Sephora sale, but speaking of BK Beauty, if you are looking to pick up some brushes this holiday season, they just upgraded my coupon code. So instead of 10% off, it's going to be 30% off for a limited time. So the code is SOFIA30. I will list it down below, but I just remembered I wanted to give you guys a heads up that just got upgraded. I don't know how long it's going to last for. I think it's going to be hopefully through Christmas. I'll keep you guys updated, but for now, I now can get you guys 30% off with the code SOFIA30. And you'll see me use a bunch of those brushes in the demo today, which I can link down below for you guys. And if you were wondering, what is this beautiful color that I have on my lips today? It is one of the 2 Makeup by Mario Super Satin lipsticks that I picked up. I love this formula. It is one of my favorite lipstick formulas ever. But the shades that I have they're pretty much all nudes, like various versions of nude, which is great because I do use them a lot, but I did want to pick up 1 or 2, you know, like different, more autumnal shades from the line just because I love the formula so much. So the 2 that I picked up are Central Park, which is the one that I'm wearing today, and then I also picked up Forest Hills. Now Central Park is going to be more of like a raisiny brown. It's definitely, you know, a little bit vampy, reminds me a little bit of the Lisa Eldridge Velvet Decade, but maybe just like a little bit more brown. And then Forest Hills definitely has more red. It's more of like a very deep vampy Merlot. So if you want something that's a little bit more red, burgundy, kind of following, you know, that burgundy trend for fall, then I think Forest Hills would probably be best. But if you want more of like a brown, more of like a slightly, I don't know, like 90s look, then I would definitely go for Central Park. And if you're looking for some good nudes, I think Dumbo 917 is really good. Bronx Baby is really good. All of those are fantastic everyday nudes, but I already own those, so I wanted to pick up some, you know, more like rich, deep, autumnal neutrals. So I'm really happy with these shades. And then another product that I got that I do not have here yet to show you guys just because it's shipped separately is a fragrance. I told you in my recent YouTube live that I was highly considering getting the Tom Ford Lost Cherry fragrance. I know, I'm like late on the Lost Cherry, okay, but when I first smelled this fragrance, I wasn't so sure. I don't know, I wasn't used to something that was like cherry based or even the slightest bit fruity. But you know what? I'm kind of getting into the fruity but sensual fragrance category. I really like the new Merit fragrance. They sent that to me in PR, and that has kind of like a pear note, but then the base notes are a little bit like more musky, more vanilla, and I quite like it. And I've actually tried out a couple other fragrances that have a similar profile, so I kind of want to try out the Tom Ford Lost Cherry again. So I didn't buy the full size of this. I didn't want to spend all the money on the full size. I got the little like purse spray, the travel size. It's nice to put in my purse. I've been carrying, you know, more fragrances around in my purses. I've been going for more of like the bigger bags that are on trend, and so I actually have room in my purse now. But I bought the purse size, so I'm gonna give this a go. I have smelled it in store a couple of times, and I'm like, you know what? I actually kind of like the Lost Cherry. It is a bestseller for a reason. So this is gonna be my new fall fragrance. Comment down below, friends, and let me know what you thought of my selections this year. Also, let me know if you decided to pick up anything in the sales or anything you're kind of considering, anything you have sitting in your cart. I would love to know. For me, it was really important to stay within my budget this year. So I really only picked up the things that I've been thinking about for quite some time, or that I had, you know, tested out a little bit. But I would love to know, once again, what you picked up. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And with that, friends, I hope that you see some beauty in your day, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.